Listen carefully, because this hits hard. The biggest, boldest, mind-blowing ideas that'll change the world? They don't emerge from comfort zones. They don't spring from systems that cage your mind and choke your soul. They thrive in chaos, in freedom, in the raw space where people aren't just following the rules, but are smashing them to pieces to build something nobody ever thought possible before. And here's the brutal truth. None of that happens without capitalism. Yeah, capitalism. The system that's got more fire, more grit, more fearless risk-taking packed into its DNA than any other. You're sitting on the brink of the next billion-dollar idea, but only if you understand this raw, savage reality. Look around. The world screams it's fair, it's equal, it promises nothing but comfort, stability, and safety. Lies. Those promises are chains wrapped up in velvet. They lull you into dreamy complacency, slowly draining the beast of ambition right out of you. The pain you feel, the gnawing frustration in your gut, is because you're caught in this illusion. You feel stuck, right? You see the world moving, new empires rising, fortunes being built overnight, but somehow your greatness is muted, your spark dimmed by rules crafted to keep you small. That's the truth nobody's bold enough to shout out loud. Freedom isn't free, and it isn't given by the system, it's seized by the individual. Capitalism, raw capitalism, is the weapon that cuts through this fog. It doesn't wait for approval, it doesn't ask for permission. It's messy, uncomfortable, sometimes harsh as hell, but it's brutal in one way that only the truly free can feel. It respects the individual will. It's the only real playground where someone with nothing but an idea and a burning need to solve a problem can rise, build, get rich, and rewrite the rules. No other system fosters that kind of explosion, that kind of radical, jaw-dropping transformation. If you are a founder, an investor, a leader, listen, your battles are unique. You fight tired mindsets trapped in tradition, slow-moving systems designed to protect the comfortable, not the exceptional. The middlemen who push mediocrity while you sit with the madness of a vision that demands way more. But here lies your secret weapon. Capitalism, because it doesn't care about your background, your race, your pedigree. It cares about whether you can move the needle, change the game, and endure the chaos of pushing boundaries. There's endless pain in that growth, but endless reward too. The key is to embrace it. Do not shy away from what scares you most, that ruthless competition, that searing uncertainty loud as thunder in your ears. That is the battle music of capitalism, and where it roars, the giants are born. And it's not just about money. Your next billion-dollar idea isn't simply a financial jackpot. It's the raw power to rewrite realities, to craft new worlds out of thin air. Imagine harnessing the bounty of billions yet unseen, not as a distant dream, but as a daily pursuit. But it only happens under capitalism, because only capitalism burns bureaucracy to the ground, tears apart stagnation, and hands the torch to those brave enough to sprint into the unknown with nothing but a vision and a willingness to fall harder, fail faster, and rise stronger than anyone else. So if it's not capitalism, where else? If it's not this relentless engine of risk and reward, what system will welcome raw individual fire, spark unregulated creativity, and make damn sure that your breakthrough is impossible to ignore? And here's something nobody else will say to you. The world never built a system for the exceptional. That's you. Misaligned, misunderstood, but damn sure brilliant. You don't fit into boxes, and capitalism knows that. It's the only space wild enough to fit a soul like that, even if the rest of the world tries to tighten the screws on you. What capitalism does is let you unleash all that trapped power. Find your tribe, your investors, your collaborators who don't just nod along but burn with the same fire. It's ruthless, yes, but it's real. It's raw. It's the only way to break free from the comfortable prison that the rest of society wants you in. Now, if you think capitalism is just about greed or selfishness, stop right there. That's the story told by those still trapped in illusions. Capitalism at its core is about the individual unleashed, about recognizing that the world doesn't progress by waiting for the center to move. It's the edges, the outliers, the rebels who make the impossible possible. It's about creators who refuse to live borrowed lives, who would rather burn out than fade away. It's a system that rewards those who question everything, who dare to be patient yet ruthless, who align not with crowds, but with the few who burn just as fiercely as they do. You want to be the next founder building an empire? You want investors to clamor for a piece of your vision? You want to lead a team that doesn't just follow, but transcends? Then understand this. Ideas don't become billion-dollar realities in spaces designed for the safe and the small. Ideas ignite when the individual throws off chains, challenges every old truth, dares to reinvent the rules, and drives forward with a mix of passion and cold, steady strategy. Capitalism is your battlefield, your chance to harness scarcity, competition, and risk as the very winds beneath your wings. It's why amazing ideas never bloom in systems built to hand out equal slices. They explode in free markets where value is ruthless and raw and authentic. You might have been told the future belongs to collaboration, community, fairness, but real, radical innovation? It belongs to the few who stand apart, who burn apart, who build alone before bringing others into their fire. Capitalism cultivates that energy. It connects the dots between brilliance and opportunity in ways no other system can. This is why the next Google, Tesla, Amazon won't be birthed by governments promising safety nets or slow-moving bureaucracies. They will emerge from that wild frontier where the individual's will is their fiercest weapon. So here's the painful but electrifying takeaway. If you want to hit that billion-dollar mark, you have to embrace the messy, fierce, sometimes terrifying reality of capitalism. That means resigning comfort, courting failure like an old friend, detesting mediocrity with everything in you, and refusing to settle for anything less than world-changing. Forget waiting for the system to hand you your shot. It won't. The system isn't built for the rare, the wild, the disruptive. It's built to maintain order for the many, while capitalism unleashes the potential of the few. Now don't just listen, feel it. The pulse of capitalism racing through your veins is the same pulse that drives every groundbreaking founder, every relentless investor who bets big on the impossible, every leader who refuses to bow down to limits. This system doesn't make life easier. It makes life more yours, more raw, more fierce, more real, and in that fire, extraordinary emerges. There is no maybe here. Your next big idea comes from stepping into the chaos, fueling the disruption, embracing the struggle inherent in capitalism's wild ride. Those billions aren't waiting in some safe corner. They're locked behind the walls that only the brave can break. This isn't about politics. It's about power. Power that comes from the liberated individual who rejects the status quo, who burns with a relentless hunger to become more. Take a breath and imagine it. A world where your vision isn't just a dream, but a growing empire, where every failure carves your path sharper, where every no thrown your way fuels your hunger tenfold. Capitalism is that relentless force that will both test you and reward you, that will separate the rare from the common, the transient from the legendary. So if you're ready, not just to play the game, but to rewrite it, know this: capitalism, with all its flaws and fights and fire, is your battlefield. There is no other place where the next billion-dollar idea will live, breathe, and explode into existence. This is your call to arms, your invitation to take everything the world tries to hide from you, the pain, the doubt, the fear, and flip it into the force that launches you into the history books. No more waiting for the perfect moment. No more hoping for the system's mercy. The system is done waiting for you. It's waiting for the few who will rise beyond comfort, beyond rulebooks, beyond illusions, and finally claim what's theirs. The next billion-dollar idea, it's not just possible under capitalism, it's inevitable for those who dare to own it.